Okay, I do believe I am up and ready to go. Except for this mouse is lousy. I think I got it.
You just need to present the message.
The April 14, 2025 meeting of the regular Board of Education meeting is now called to order. And the first thing after call to order is our roll call. Oh, yeah. I pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now, roll call, please.
Dr. Rice,
Present.
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Present.
Mr. Robinson,
President.
Ms. Fountain,
Present.
Ms. Sanders.
Present. Okay, we indeed have a quorum. And first they say, thank each of you for coming to our meeting today. And the next thing on our agenda is the approval of the 2025 meeting, the April the 14th, 2025 meeting agenda.
Madam
Hopefully-
President, I make a motion that we do the approval of the April 14, 2025 meeting agenda.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the agenda as is. Any questions or comments regarding that motion? Hearing none. Call for the vote.
Online voting is open. Ms. Sanders,
Yeah, I didn't get it.
okay, Ms. Sanders,
Yeah,
all votes are in.
Okay, and in the
Motion
affirmative, so motion passes. The next thing on the agenda is the approval of the March 10th regular board meeting and the March 26th special meeting minutes.
Madam President, I make a motion that we do the approval of the March 10, 2025 regular board and the March 26, 2025 special meeting minutes.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the minutes of the March 10th and March 26th meetings. Are there any questions or comments regarding that motion? Hearing none. Call for the
Ms. Sanders,
yes,
all votes are in.
Okay, motion passes. We will now go to the report of our various committees. Mr. Robinson, the Building and Grounds Committee.
Good evening, my name is Bertie Robinson. I'm the chair for Buildings and Grounds, and co-chair is Dr. Mary Rice. I have one resolution, and Resolution A is a resolution to amend Board Policy 8.19 inventory and disposition of equipment obtained with federal awards. Madam President, I make a motion that we accept this resolution.
I second.
It's been properly moved and second that we accept the resolution regarding the policy change for 8.19 inventory and disposition of equipment. Any comments regarding that? Hearing none. Good.
Ms. Sanders.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you. Motion passes.
Madam President, that concludes the report of buildings and grounds.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Now, the next committee is the report of the Education Committee.
Thank you,
Mrs.
Madam President.
Stephen Walls, yes.
Resolution to authorize a contract with and payment for Power School Group Unlimited LLC. Madam President, I have a notation on that. Power School Group LLC, to notify everyone what it is a contract to purchase Naviance. Naviance is a college and career planning and tracking tool that we will use at Shaw, Kirk, and Superior, grades 6 to 12, is the intended student use audience. This program allows students and families to individually log into an account that helps the plan and track progress for life after high school. This program will keep track of transcripts and graduation seals. It can also be used for students to write resumes, cover letters, and it links to most college applications, services to import FAFSA information. Essentially, it will help with college application work and career planning. There are also interest surveys and career mapping activities embedded in this program to those students who are more undecided. We discussed it at our committee meeting. Dr. Pettigrew, did you have anything else to add to that?
No, we used Naviance years ago, and when Greater Cleveland Career Consortium came in, we switched to the model they were using, First Ring wide. But over the last 2 years, all of the districts have now walked away from that software and they're going back to Naviance. So this is returning back to something that we used before that worked. We tried to go to a new model with everybody else. Everybody realizes that new model we thought would be better. It was actually worse. So most districts are going back to Naviance for career planning and helping guiding students to the next path of their career.
Okay, thank you. The second resolution. Oh, Madam President, I move that we pass this resolution.
I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that we pass the resolution regarding the contract for Power School or Naviance. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, vote.
All votes are in.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Resolution B, resolution to authorize a contract with and payment through, oh, wait a minute. Didn't I just read that? No, through Power School Group LLC.
No,
Wait,
HMH.
Yeah, it was lit up, I don't know why. Okay. Resolution to authorize a contract with and payment to H&H Education Company. We discussed this in committee. HMH Education Company is a contract to purchase a new English language arts curriculum for grades kindergarten to 5. The cost includes both print and digital materials. This includes workbooks, teacher materials, big books for easel display in the kindergarten in first grade rooms and professional development to teachers to learn the ins and outs of the program. Madam President, I move that we pass this resolution.
I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that we pass the resolution to authorize the contract for payments for HMH. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none. Call for the vote.
All votes are in.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Resolution C, reports of Education Committee. Resolution to adopt amend board policies. 4.01, employment of substitute teaching staff. 6.20, student discipline. 7.17, extracurriculum activities. 7.27, college credit plus. And 7.35, release time for religious instruction. Madam President, we discussed all these in the committee meeting. I move that we accept this resolution.
I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that we accept the resolution for the adoption of those board policy changes.
That concludes my report.
Are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the release time for religious instruction entail? What is that about?
You want to explain that for us, Dr. Figure?
Committee can't, they discuss it.
Basically, any religious individuals that have to leave out of the school and attend different activities at their particular teaching organization are excused to do that.
For instance, if it's a Jewish person and there's a Hanukkah or something like that, that was my understanding.
And some of them
And-
are Muslims.
And Muslim, some of their high and holy days, therefore the staff can take off for those days. That's my understanding, if I'm correct.
Same here. And this is also a new one for us too, Mary. This is new.
Okay, any additional comments or questions on that? Hearing none. Call for the vote.
All votes are in, unanimous.
Okay, motion passes.
Madam President, I've concluded
Okay,
my report.
okay, that's the Education Committee, thank you very much. The next committee is the Finance Committee, and,
All right. I'm Shereen Fountain. I am on the Finance Committee. Resolution to accept the East Cleveland City School District Monthly Financial Report for February 2025. I do want you to go over the expenditures. That's it. It's on page,
Well, you wanna make the motion first and then I'll have. to-
motion to, well, I want to get this question first.
Well, you have to ask
Yeah,
me.
put the
after you
motion on the
do
floor.
Motion on the floor and
Okay.
second, and then it's discussion.
Motion to accept the East Cleveland City School District Monthly Financial Report for February 2025.
I second it.
it's been properly moved and second. For the, treasurer's report. Are there any additional questions or comments?
Yes, you just wanted to,
Do you have that? I
page
don't
20,
see it.
page 5.
I don't have that copy with me. I'm sure. I'm trying to see if it's on here and I don't see it attached.
It was just a question about, the expenditures being higher than the previous year.
Which page, please?
It's on page 5.
Page 5.
Okay, I am going there now. I
Cause it
have it.
seems like it's always the, salaries and,
Well, okay, it's saying that actual expenditures for the month were up $919,109. Is that what you're referring to?
the whole page.
Okay, so at the bottom it says fiscal year to date general fund expenditures totaled 28,385,805 through February, which is 2.2 million or 8.7% higher than the amount expended last year. Through February, the largest category variances when compared to last year, buildings higher by 1.2 million and certified regular salaries higher by 553,000. So, as you all are aware, we have a agreement which had a increase in that agreement for fiscal year 25. So what you're seeing now is comparing what salaries were from last year this time to salaries this year in time. With the increase in salaries, with the increase in benefits, you're going to see a higher salary amount this year than you did for last year because of that increase. There also had to have been for, well, no, that's right. It's the salary increases. It's the salary increases.
So the salary increases,
Expended through the whole fiscal year. It's not talking about 1 month. It says through the whole fiscal year. Up to this point, that 2% increase for all certified staff right now is a total of $553,000. Okay?
okay, fiscal.
It said through February, so that's starting August,
Yeah.
the second pay in August through February of 2025.
Uh-huh. And that is an 8% increase, right?
No,
am I
it's
understanding
saying
that
that the increase from last year to this year is 8% higher. So it's saying we spent 8.7% less last year than we did this year. It's 8.7% higher, which does not mean that the salaries are 8.7% higher. It's everything that's involved in the total, the grand total
Oh,
number.
okay, meaning
grand total.
that the health insurance, the,
So in this one, it's saying to us, the largest categories are the building and certified regular salaries are higher by 553. So we're talking about 120 employees from August through the end of February, whose salary, because of the salary increases, that's the cost of that 2% up to this point for all of those employees. So this is everything that's in the negotiated agreement. It's a 2% increase that the board approved. Was that the only, I'm sorry, okay,
That was it.
thank you.
Don't you gotta say motion to accept it?
So we're gonna go back to I went too far out. We need to motion to approve.
the
So we can just-
motion was made.
Yes, and
We now
seconded.
ask the questions.
Yes.
Now that we have asked the questions, are there any additional questions? Hearing no additional questions, call for the vote.
All votes are in unanimous.
Okay. Resolution to accept the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. Motion to accept the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
I second it.
Okay, it's been properly moved in second, the resolution to accept the rates determined by the Budget Commission. Are there any questions? Hearing no questions, call for the vote.
All votes are unanimous.
Okay, thank you.
And we're moving on to C, resolution to authorize a contract with and payment to Edge Document Solutions LLC for a service agreement for an unlimited user Ultimate Edge software license July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. Motion to authorize a contract with and payment to Edge Document Solutions LLC for a service agreement for an unlimited user Ultimate Edge software license July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026.
I second the motion.
It's been properly moved in second, the resolution to, for the Edge Document Solutions. Are there any questions or comments regarding this Edge?
Yes, is this the software we've been using, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so no questions. It's not a different company.
Okay. If there are no additional questions, call for the vote.
Here we go. All votes are unanimous.
Thank you.
And D, motion to accept donations in the amount of $2,000 in the month of April 2025. Motion to accept donations in the amount of $2,000 in the month of April 2025.
I second the motion.
It's been properly moved in second, for the motion to accept the donation of $2,000. Are there any questions? Comments? Concerns? Hearing none? Call for the vote.
All votes are unanimous.
And the final one for finance is E, resolution to adopt or amend board policies 8.04 cash and school buildings, 8.12 uniform federal grant guidance, 8.15 procurement with federal funds, and 9.15 food sales standards and services. Motion to adopt and amend board policies 8.04 cash and school buildings, 8.12 uniform federal grant guidance, 8.15 procurement with federal funds, and 9.15 food sales standards and services.
I move that we accept this resolution.
Okay, it's been properly,
That's the
I second
second. Oh, thank you.
it's been properly moved in second that we accept, the resolution E, which is to adopt or amend board policies, as so notated. Any questions or comments? Yes.
I just wanted to comment that all of these were discussed in the finance committee. So the board members did go through each one of these policies to be able to bring those back to the board today for acceptance. We
Thank
did
you.
review them.
And that was a question in my mind, so I thank you
I
very
saw
much
that
for.
on your face, that's why I said.
Thank you, I appreciate you sharing that with me, I truly do. Call for the vote.
Lincoln Dollar.
All votes are unanimous.
This concludes, the finance committee section.
Thank you very much. And now we're ready for the welfare and public relations. That is, Ms. Mary.
The Welfare and Public Relations Committee, motion to adopt and amend board policies. 6.01, enrollment of resident and non-resident, homeless and foreign exchange students. 6.65, seizure safety, and 9.48, parents' bill of rights.
Now,
You wanna make a motion, please?
I make a motion that we approve this amendment to the board policies.
I
I
second.
second,
Go ahead.
I second.
It's been properly moved in second that we approve the resolution to adopt those policy changes as notated here. Are there any questions or comments? Yeah,
Again, these were discussed in
uh-huh.
committee as well.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll just, I do have one additional comment. I was at a community meeting and they were sharing that this, it used to be St. Louis School up on Taylor Road, is now going to be a hub for homeless children in our area. And during that, I was shocked when they were saying the numbers of homeless in this area alone. So it would, when I get more information, I'll share that with the group, because I think that's important that we know what's happening in our community and what's going on, especially with that many homeless. So if there's no additional comments on that, call for the vote.
All votes are unanimous.
And it used to be St. Louis School, but it's called Amani Temple and next.
Recommendation for a motion to adopt the memorial resolution for Dr. Hayward Sims.
Move in a second.
I second it.
I need a motion, please?
She did. Didn't you say motion?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
no
was
problem,
reading
no
it, I'm
problem,
sorry.
no problem, none
I was
whatsoever.
reading it too.
Mhm.
So I do have something for this. I had requested
She has
this.
an expert discussion.
Okay, you made the motion, you have a second. It's been properly moved in second. Questions or comments?
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say. Oh, I did recommend this, once I received it a while ago. And it took a really long time for us to get this on the board. So I do understand policies and procedures on how to do this. But then it still took a very long time, and since the prior people have already had their services, I guess it still will be able to get to the families.
I have discussion also.
Yes.
My discussion is number one, this was never brought to our committee. The Welfare and Public Relations Committee, it should have been brought to us, number one. Number two, when did we start doing resolutions? And how do we go about doing it? Do we do it for all employees, all people who work in this district? Or, you know, I have no idea who the second person is. I know who Dr. Sims was, but without it being discussed in committee, and my name is down on resolution, I don't feel that we should be doing it that way. And that it should have come before the board, before my name should have went on this resolution. Not that I'm saying it's a bad resolution. I like the resolution. I guess I like it, but I wasn't given the opportunity to discuss it. Do you recall this?
We received it through her email.
It doesn't matter, it should
No,
come
I'm just
before
saying we didn't
committee.
discuss it in,
Oh,
in the
okay,
meeting.
okay,
Right.
so you're saying the same as me.
yes.
So can someone give us an explanation for that? How
So
we
when I
determine if it's
presented
gonna
it-
be?
So when I presented it, when it was brought to me, I immediately went to the president
Mhm.
and she told me to give it to the superintendent, and that was it. It was out of my hands at that point.
Then I need to have my question answered by either the superintendent or the president.
Because it never came to the board.
Right. And who are we gonna do this for from here on in?
Right, because basically I got the request. And the request was from one board member to have our staff do these resolutions. This board has never, in my time, done resolutions this way, where they go before the committee. Actually, those resolutions happen outside of the dais. And there's requests that go out and we put it together and we put it on a bullet thing and we send it out. This is the first time per this request, it is because of me saying this needs to, since you have committees and they're functional, it needs to go into the committees.
Okay, you did.
Right, so it didn't until last week or the week before, and everyone seen the email because I responded to Dr. Rice and I sent it to the whole board. The question came up again, and I took it upon myself to prepare them per the board president's request to bring them for the committee's reviews.
Was that the email that nobody responded to? It was a while ago.
It had
Yeah.
a list of things
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
Okay.
This is the email from last week.
So then my question is, what are we gonna do in the future?
That's a-
How-
that's a
Yeah,
board
it has to
question.
be a different
Right.
procedure.
Well, then we can decide that as a board.
Yeah, the
That's-
board needs
that's
to
easy.
decide how this works.
And anyone have any suggestions?
I think if it only come up as a request, then we either acknowledge it or make sure that that person even worked here or discuss it and then move it forward.
Yeah, so,
How about, go ahead.
so what it needs to do, it comes before the board as a group. Then the board decides whether it goes on the agenda. I have no knowledge.
Right.
I saw the email, but it never came for us to discuss.
So, what is your pleasure as a board?
Well, to me, if we're gonna do one, we should do all. Because there's been quite a few people that have passed since I've been on the board, and we've never acknowledged them. I love the idea of a resolution, don't get me wrong with that, but I think it needs to be across the board and us determining.
How about this? How about, when we get a request for a resolution, that we, send it to the, Welfare and Public Relations Committee? And that committee will, discuss and if you decide it's to go on the agenda, then we can go move forward from that.
With the board.
Does that solve that issue? No? Okay, what's your
I mean,
suggestion?
would it make it to the service in time? Like, what's the process? Like, I don't get it.
Which is one of the
Right.
reasons
You know,
it went a while out of the.
Yeah, if it's after the committee meeting or how is it gonna
I
get to
don't
the
know, I'm
service on
asking.
time? I
I'm
am
It's
asking.
supposed to be read at
Sure,
the service.
I know,
But
Believe
since
me.
it took so long, we missed the services. And it was actually a while ago when,
in January or something like that, I
but
think.
it was still just, they go pretty fast, so we really have like 7 days.
Mhm.
Once a family requests it,
So the question is, how does this board come to consensus in 7 days about an item?
it doesn't happen.
That's the question,
Mhm.
which is why the historical way was it didn't come here.
And see,
It just
the way
went-
you saying it was
yeah.
historical, that's the way I thought it was. I
But
didn't
now
know.
we have these committees and things need to go through committees, particularly to your point, when they have all the board members' names on them, every board member needs to know that's happening
Yeah.
prior to. So the question is, how do you do that in speed for the service?
Suggestion?
I have none.
My suggestion is that we do it maybe the old way, the historical way.
And that way it's,
Bypass the committees and if a family requests a resolution that we already are honoring it.
So the question is, if there's any teacher and a family member contacts the school requesting a resolution, the question is it just for certain or is it for all?
Something we need to vote on.
With me, it would have to be for all.
Yes, you can't do for one And then the next family member said, well, I contacted and they said no.
I see, I'm used to Cleveland, and at Cleveland, if you send it through the ombudsman see that it's done. And we've always done that, honor those individuals who have given service to the Cleveland Municipal School
Right,
District.
so
I'm
that's what
just,
we said,
saying, you know.
that's what we said, historically, that's the way it was done.
Uh-huh.
But now that we have these committees, so how do we decide?
So she wants it to come through welfare. It doesn't have to come through finance, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Mm-mm.
So if you want it to come through welfare, then we're not gonna make the 7 days give them, or, cause it's usually 7 days that they have.
I'm open.
If we gonna
I'm
vote
not
for
saying it should
historical,
be
we
assessed.
vote
I'm just,
Yeah.
just some direction.
Mhm.
for, okay.
So in the past, how was it done?
She said historically.
The board, a request came in, and usually the curriculum office, Paula or Agitisha, all the way back then,
Yeah,
would put something together and then get that there in time of service. But the downside to that is if any board member has an objection about that, how does that board member express that at the same time? Because what you're saying is all board members are in agreement. And is that true for every case? Which it sounds, and Dr. Rice, to your point, Cleveland and other districts do have some type of writing about this where they tell the person that's requesting it, this is how you get it, right? And you have an ombudsman, we got dentists there that does that services.
Correct.
Mhm.
So we can create a process to make this easier.
That would be good.
Thank you.
Would you do that for us?
Can I look into that with staff, with Paula? And can we give some recommendations at the work session?
That'll
Can we
work.
make that part of the work session to discuss a process to process resolutions? When there's a need for one, how do we do it? And we can bring it for your review.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, where do we, so for a memorial, resolution for Dr. Hayward Sims, are we a yes or no? Voting, please.
Mr. Marwell,
I was trying to get my mouse to work.
all votes are in, unanimous.
Thank you. And your last one?
And finally, motion to adopt the memorial resolution for Mr. Zadie Cole.
Questions or comments? I'm sure it would be the same one.
We need a
Any
second,
additional?
Except for, I don't know.
I
his
second.
name.
We need a second, please.
Okay,
Who is he?
Mr. Robinson has seconded the motion. Zeddy Cole used to be an assistant principal here in East Cleveland for a long, long time. As a matter of fact, I had a couple grands to go through years ago. And I think he was even a teacher here. I'm not sure, but I know he was an assistant.
He was at Mayfair.
Was he at Mayfair?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't
And
know.
very long, and I knew him over at the Harvard community. We used to call him the gentleman of Harvard because he was such a distinguished gentleman.
That's what I meant.
And he was so proud of the fact that he was in East Cleveland, in the heyday of East Cleveland. And he would always tell you that he spoke of this school district very fondly, always.
all votes are in, unanimous.
Thank you. Let's go down to the recommendations of the superintendent, because you want an executive session.
Before my recommendation,
You want it before?
it's concerning personnel.
Okay, all right. So, Ms. Robinson, I'm gonna pass this to you. If you'll read the part in yellow.
Your usual perk. You should go by heart now.
Right. Madam President, I make a motion to enter into executive session to consider the employment and dismissal of a public employee.
You've heard the motion to enter into executive session. Is there a second to that
I
motion?
second.
Okay, who seconded?
I
Okay,
second.
it's been seconded by Ms. Sanders. And if there are no additional questions or comments. Okay. Well, this concludes.
Ms. Stepmy Walls,
Yes.
all votes are unanimous.
Thank you. This concludes the regular session as we adjourn for executive session. So thank you.